young African-American boy is freed and adopted by the President of the Confederate States of America? Now that should be a movie. Hello, and thank you for watching today's episode of That Should Be a Movie. I'm C.W. Johnson Jr. Today's book I'd like to pitch this movie is Jim Limber, A Black Orphan in the Confederate White House by Rickey Pittman, illustrated by Judith Hierstein from Pelican Press. Jim Limber, also known as James Henry Brooks, was born in slavery, Virginia. At age 5, he was orphaned when his parents died of a fever. In February 1864, he was being beaten by an older person when Vernia Davis, wife of Jefferson Davis, President of the Confederate States of America, passed by the carriage. After rebuking the abuser, she took Jim home to the Southern White House to quench his wounds. While there, Jefferson Davis signed the papers freeing him from slavery and, although there was no legal system for it at the time, adopted him into the family. Jim was privy to much history. He was there when the 5-year-old son of Jefferson Davis, Joseph Davis, fell to his death from a balcony. He was probably caught up in excitement when the Union officers Kilpatrick and Dellinger tried to raid Richmond and supposedly captured Jefferson Davis. He probably knew Barry Bossier, the slave in the White House who was also a Union spy. Watching Jim play soldier with his sons as part of the Hillcat gang might have helped change Jefferson Davis' perspective on African Americans being soldiers, and caused him to sign into law the proposal by General Patrick Cleburne emancipating slaves in exchange for service in the Confederate Army. Jim was with the family when they fled Richmond and was with them at Danville when Jefferson Davis was captured by Union cavalry. What happened to Jim next is stuff of lost cause mythology. Some say that Jim was kidnapped by Union soldiers, while others say that the Davis family gave him over to an officer they knew in the Union Army to take care of him while Jefferson Davis was in prison. Some say that they sought for years afterward to make contact with him again, while others say there is no record of that. The last we know of Jim is that he was in Boston gaining an education before disappearing into history. But the fact remains that Jefferson Davis, President of the Confederate States of America, adopted and treated a young African American boy like he was his own son. I believe Jim's story would make a great movie introducing children to the history of the American Civil War. It would be a great way to teach children that history is complicated and that the other side is human too. It would also be a clear rebuke to the intolerance on display in New Orleans when historical ignorance caused people to compare Jefferson Davis with Hitler and destroy historical monuments. Because it is a great way to introduce children to the history of the American Civil War and is a clear rebuke to intolerance, I believe that Jim Limber's story, as told by Rickey Pittman, should be a movie. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and let us know in the comment section what political correct narrative of history busting story you think should be made.